In our daily life, we come across many things like bunch of keys, pack of cards, herd of cattle, hockey team, etc. We give some special names to these particular types of collections. We shall use the word set for any collection of objects of any kind whatsoever. The members of a set need not be alike, they may be different. We may have a set that includes a duck, a car, and a book. However, every collection of objects need not be a set. The following discussion will make clear the idea of a set. Let us define a set. A well-defined collection of objects is called a set. In our mathematical language, everything in the universe, whether living or non-living, is called an object. The objects in a set are called members or elements. Let me explain what is a well-defined collection of objects. A collection of objects is said to be well-defined if it is possible to tell beyond doubt as to which element is in our collection and which element is not in our collection. Suppose consider a set of vowels in English alphabet. It is A, E, I, O, U. I can say very clearly that A is an element of the set. E is an element of the given set. I is an element of the given set without doubt. And B is not a member of the set. C is also not a member of the set, I can say very clearly. So that is the reason why it is called a well-defined set. X does not belong to A means X is not a member of A. X belongs to A means X is a member of A. Consider the collection of interesting books of your library. If you are asked to prepare the list of interesting books in your library, then we will find that the list would differ, which means a book may be interesting to you, but it may not be interesting for other. Thus, we are not defined as to which books are there in our collection. It is not possible to write all the students same books. That is why it is not a well-defined collection. Hence, it is not a set. Let us see another example. Collection of intelligent students of your school. It is not a well-defined set. Collection of 3 strongest persons of India, also not a well-defined collection. These collections do not form sets because they are not well-defined collections. Consider the collection of young players of IPL. It is not a well-defined set because there is no specified age to be young. However, the collection of young players of IPL, their age is between 5920 is a set. Similarly, good players, honest persons, intelligent boys, tall boys, etc. do not form sets. How to represent a set? There are two methods of representing a set, namely roster form or listing method. The second one is set builder form or rule method. What is roster form of a set? How we represent a set in the roster form? Under this method, we just make a list of the elements of a given set and put them within braces. Write the following sets in roster form. Set of letters in the word attitude. Write its roster form A, T, I, U, D, E. In the set builder form of a set, instead of listing all the elements of a given set, we list the property or properties connected to all the elements of a given set. Write the given set in the set builder form. You are given 11, 13, 17, 19. Observe these four elements. Identify the common property connecting to all these four elements. They are all prime numbers and that lie between 10 and 20. So, in the set builder form, we express this as x such that x is a prime natural number and x lies between 10 and 20. Let us discuss another example. Write the given set in set builder form. Observe the given elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Clearly, they are all factors of 12. This is the rule connecting to the given elements of a set. So, in the set builder form, we write it as x is an element of a set such that x is a factor of 12 and x belongs to n. You are given a set. Identify the common property connecting to all these months of a year. These all months contain 30 days. So, x says that x is a month of a year whose number of days is 30. Let us understand the concept of cardinal number of a set. The number of distinct elements in a set is called its cardinality. The number of elements present in a given set is called its cardinal number and to be denoted by n of a. For example, the number of elements in A is 5. So, n of A equals to 5. Let us discuss types of sets. Firstly, equal sets. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if they contain same elements, which means every element of A is in B and every element of B is in A. Then we write as A equals to B. Before taking some examples of equal sets, the following discussion is important. Before taking some examples of equal sets, let us discuss some results. While writing a set, the order in which the elements of a set are written need not be considered. The order of the elements in a set is not considered. You can ignore it. So set 1 2 3 is equals to set 2 3 1 is equals to set 3 1 2. Second result is the repetition of elements in a set is meaningless. While writing a set, repetition of an element more than once must be ignored. That means we should not repeat an element not more than once. For example, 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3. Here 2 is repeated twice, so it is meaningless. Once is enough. So which is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Let us write examples of equal sets. Consider A is equals to set of letters in the word wolf. B is equals to set of letters in the word follow. Write these two sets in row star form. A will be equals to WOLF, since the word wolf contains WOLF. Write B is equals to the word follow contains the letters F, O, L and W. So both A and B contain same elements. Hence they are equal sets. And we denote it by A is equals to B. Every element of A is contained in B, as well as every element of B is contained in A. So A is equals to B. Now let us define equivalent sets. Two sets A and B are said to be equivalent sets if they contain the same number of elements. Suppose A contains 4 elements, B contains 4 elements. The number of elements in both A and B is equals to 4. So n of A is equals to n of B. Then these two sets are called equivalent sets. Then we write as A equivalents B. Here one thing you must notice. Equal sets are always equivalent sets since they contain same number of elements. But equivalent sets need not be equal sets. Let us define another set, singleton set. A set which contains only one element in it is called a singleton set. It contains only one element. For example, set of even prime. There is only one even prime. which is 2. So this set contains only one element, that is 2. The set of even prime is the best example for singleton set. Another example. Set of months in a year whose names begin with F. It is clearly B is equals to February. Only February begins with the letter F. Since the number of elements in this set is 1, it is a singleton set. Define empty set or null set or a void set. A set which contains no elements in it is called an empty set. There are no elements in this set. It is denoted by pi. The number of elements in empty set is 0. There are no elements in it. For example, integers between 1 and 2. There is no integer between 1 and 2. So it is a null set. We shall discuss the remaining types of sets in the next part.